I began my survival by starting with the basics, grabbing some wood from nearby trees and carving out a little hole in the hill to create a temporary base. There was a huge airship structure close to the spawn, so I planned on exploring that later. As night approached, I wasn't strong enough to handle the mobs, so I quickly went out and looked for sheep to craft a bed. Luckily, I found some nearby, allowing me to sleep on my first night. The next day, I planned to reach the airship structure. I gathered some dirt, and during that process, I discovered earthworms. When I felt I had enough dirt to climb up, I started my ascent. The climb was safe and peaceful.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just...
While picking up my items, I fought a zombie. And accidentally looked an Enderman in the eyes. I ran to the water, but because of my bad aim, the fight lasted longer than expected. After killing it, I got nothing. Deciding to pack my stuff and head out to explore, I realized I needed food, so I killed some animals.
He needs some milk!
With enough food, I continued my exploration and found a cave. I jumped down, ignored some mobs, and mined a lot of coal for some reason. Luckily, I found some surface iron.
Oh my God! Wow!
When I finished, I kept exploring and even had to make a sick jump. Eventually, I found a village that had absolutely nothing to offer. But right next to it, I discovered my first waystone. For those who don't know what it is, it allows me to teleport to other activated waystones. Though just one waystone is useless, I decided to mine it in case I found another. Across the lake was some sort of underground dungeon, but I wasn't stacked enough to explore that. So I returned to the village. It was nighttime, so I set up camp in one of the houses and slept there. When I woke up, I decided to smelt all the iron I mined earlier and placed the waystone. After that, I crafted a sword and axe with the smelted iron and left the village with the waystone still there so I could TP back and get my stuff. Right near the village was a huge structure that caught my eye, so I ran to it. It looked like a well. When I looked inside, all I saw was black smoke particles. I received a message that said to jump in, but I was a little skeptical. I mustered up the courage and jumped. Though there was nothing really inside, I received the regeneration effect for some reason. It was very anticlimactic, so I just got out. Once more, I continued my exploration and found another village. This time, it had hay for food, loot chests, another waystone I could use, and a huge structure behind it. Intrigued, I got closer, but didn't go in. I returned to the village, claimed a house for myself, and placed the other waystone so I could TP back to the previous village to grab my stuff.